Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of the Brandenburg guide. We're gonna just continue where we left off. Try to expand, and soon enough we'll have the League Wars coming. I'm gonna show you we have a special strategy for that, so stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and grab France as my first kind of bigger ally, and I can complete the objective, balance of power. So one thing I can take advantage of is you see the Netherlands is formed here, which is fine, but we want to hit the alliance of Sweden and France gone, and since we're allied to both of them, we can actually do this with favors. So if I carry favors to so high, like I can just have them remove the alliance that way. So I want to showcase a little bit of a trick for how to make sure certain people don't come to the war that are your allies. So you'll notice Sweden's my ally, but he would help against the Netherlands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull him into some stupid war that I don't care about. And let's see, just need to grab some... He's in a little bit of debt. We'll help him out. We're going to take on foreign debt as our great power action. Now that we have Sweden dragged in, you won't be able to join this war, and France doesn't want to in the first place, so... And go for it. Make sure you select Cleansing of Heresy. You don't want to get baited into selecting the regular Conquest. One thing to note is you want to make sure not to end the Sweden war early, because he will still join in. It would be like a call to arms like you could do. So my 7th government reform just popped up. I'm going to grab this negative advisor cost. And we've been sucking a lot of negative advisor costs, so eventually we're just going to be able to get really good advisors for practically nothing. I'm going to go ahead and white piece out this Martian now, because I never really wanted anything from him anyways. Just to stop Sweden from joining the war. I'm going to show off something that we can do. So we're going to just remove justified conflict and then re-add it. And that'll give us a little bit, it'll give us this bonus here. Negative 10% war score cost for other religions. Kind of betting that they won't form a coalition against me. And Baden is only 50, so his will drop off at the end of the year anyways. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take these 6 provinces. This will also complete one of my missions here. And I'm actually well on the way to completing this next mission here. In fact, I only need one more province of this area, and I'll maybe move into this mission. So Usher got elected as Emperor, and this is actually good because I want to show you what a normal game would look like. So I see an easy war here in Liege. So I'm just going to, and he's also the religion I want. So I'm going to cleanse some heresy over here. So I'm going to go ahead and fully annex Liege. Take some money. And that'll probably be the last war we do before the League War. So notice it's 70% crown land we have here. You get 15 max absolutism, 1 yearly absolutism, and plus 60%. Reform progress growth, so it's super good, and that's from us constantly seizing land throughout the game. I'm going to recruit another 20 guys as I have the capacity to do so, and that'll be helpful for the League War. Okay, so the Emperor's now Bohemia, which is interesting. I'm actually able to get to that 50% mark now, so that's kind of what we were looking for. So we'll get our mission professional army done, which is nice. We can also complete these 2 missions here. And then this is worth the 7 for the negative 10% admin tech for the rest of the game. I'm going to become the Defender of the Faith, just for the extra bonuses. If you get this event, I would definitely take the negative stab, negative 75 government reform. It's just too much. You can always buy back stability. You can't buy governing progress. So we were just finishing our 3rd idea group, just to give you kind of a benchmark for my game. As July 1572 is when I finished the 3rd idea group. going to swap this out so we get even cheaper advisors. Probably I should be just definitely getting at least +3s since they're so cheap of everything, and then a 5 for the admin. So I'm going to start with my first factories, and yeah, you just kind of want to keep investing in your economy with any surplus money you get. In the meantime, we're kind of just waiting for that League War. It's procced a little later than on average, so it's a little annoying, but not really a big deal. For my 8th government tier, I'm going to select War Economy. We finally got the League Wars trigger. Of course, we're going to be on the Protestant side. Before we start this war, we want to make sure that all of the electors are either on his side or our allies. So taking a look at the electors, I'm going to see who's Catholic and who's not. So it looks like Berg is not. Berg could be a little bit of a problem. So what we're going to do is improve relations with Berg, because to dismantle the empire, we need to be either allied to the electors or against them. So I switched my rival to Russia because I'm trying to get the Ottomans to be my friend. So now I've got the Ottomans to my ally. This is pretty big. Obviously he's ridiculous in this new 1.35. He always does insanely well in my experience. I'll start currying favors with him. Hopefully he'll just join my side in the League War, but I'm not going to count on it. So now we got Berg to be our ally, which is one of the electors. The reason we had to do that is because he's not going to be on the enemy side of the League War. So we're going to ally with Great Britain just so he joins our side as well. So for our 4th idea, we're going to go quantity. For military, it's always important that you're focusing on your tech before the ideas. We're in a situation where things are not looking so good, because the Ottomans will not join the League War because they're crippling debt. But we're gonna try it anyways. So what I'm gonna try to do is quickly dismantle the empire. I'm gonna do this by assaulting and sieging. So one thing I didn't mention is you have to take the Emperor's capital. This is the most important part. If your allies take the capital of the other electors, it's fine. But, for example, if I've had situations where I'm against, in a normal game it would be Austria, it would be the Emperor, and the Ottomans took Wien, and I could not dismantle the empire in that case. So just make sure that you take the Emperor's capital. And from here, we're just going to try to look at the electors and siege them down, probably assault. Make this really don't have much time here. This looks like a losing war. Note that I did not assault in this case. There's 6,000 defenders, and I would lose that. I've managed to successfully kind of snake my way around and dismantle the HRE here. Goal is to get out of this war without losing anything. Mostly I'm just going to try to win some battles, because it's a supremacy war. I think at this point, I've got enough war score, and I really don't want to drag this war out. As you can see, they vastly outnumber me. And I'm at 0 manpower on top of that, so kind of want this to end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and offer him religious supremacy, which is kind of funny because there is no Holy Roman Empire, and it says no religion becomes the official faith of the Holy Roman Empire. I'll lose some prestige, but honestly, we did what we needed to do. I'll lose Defender of the Faith, which I can just grab back. I don't really care. And now, to kind of give an idea of what this means, is that the Holy Roman Empire is gone. So basically, aggressive expansion is significantly decreased now. There's a 50% penalty when you are attacking Holy Roman Empire provinces. But now that's gone. Once our manpower recovers, we're going to be able to just kind of go wild. We're going to get rid of this alliance with Berg, of course. And maybe we'll forced wait until 95, because everyone was in that war. So now that we're getting too close to the 1600s, I'm going to start taking away privileges. I'm going to take away the mana privilege last, because I obviously want that +1 mana as long as possible. So I decided to ally to Great Britain, only so I can break his alliance with Sweden. Then I immediately break alliance again, so I don't lose the Ottomans, which is pretty funny. No, the great long truce is almost over and I can start conquering again. And this time I'm going to go towards my mission. Basically this mission tree here. I decided to take Berg here. And I'm going to call in Austria. Alright. Ending this war with Berg, going to grab full annexation. Some money. So Sweden's kind of already getting wrecked here, so I kind of want to take advantage. Just attack him. Call in France, because why not? Wish we turned on the ships before the war, but... So one trick I haven't showed before is someone who recently takes your fort, you can immediately siege it and assault it because it can have such a small garrison. Pretty much instant. I lost nothing, as you saw. Make sure you're continuing to take away privileges as we get closer to this next age. So as far as Europe goes, we have the aggressive expansion ticking down as normal. We're probably going to wait until absolutism starts to conquer anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and take pretty much everything I can here and push them out of Europe, basically, as far as possible. I'm super close to forming a kingdom, which I might just dev for. You need 1,000 total dev to become a kingdom. Just enough. There we go. So before the Age of Absolutism begins, you want to have 5 universities because that's one of the goals. So I recommend having them built prior to that. I've started with 3 here. I'm going to try to build all 5 before the age begins. One thing to note, you should build one in Koenigsberg because you're going to need a university in Koenigsberg for later. So now that I built 5, my objective should be done before the age even starts. So if at all possible, before you hit the Age of Absolutism, try to save some lower autonomy, because lowering autonomy gives you absolutism. Or absolutism, I'm not sure how it's said. Here you notice I curtailed every last privilege except for the +1 mana, and I'm going to leave those for a little bit. At this point, you don't really need to seize land if you're above if you have at least 15 max absolutism. So we're gonna wrap up this video with the Age of Reformation coming to an end, and just kind of look where we're at. We're not doing as well as we'd like, but that's not a huge deal. Basically, the League War didn't pan out the way we wanted to. We were still able to expand the empire, but we had a long truce, and it kind of wasn't ideal. But let me know if you guys have any questions, and have a good one.